Absolutely. Drew Titan Bronx on deck. Shout out to my LDBC. This Painful This podcast. Let's have this conversation because I wasn't done. It got kind of creepy the more I thought about it. So gonna continue because this is very strange. But it's something that we need to be aware of. To all content creators and to all men that have these conversations on male spaces. You need to understand that we've thoroughly been invaded. We've been compromised. And we know life ain't fair, but we have to now move a certain way. We have to work smarter, not harder. And you have to understand that this is no longer a situation where if we just ignore it, it'll go away. If we ignore it and just speak our truth, it'll go away, because now they've gotten the government involved, and now it's a part of it's become who tells first. For example, let me talk to the men for a second. If you're in an abusive relationship and your significant other keeps going upside your head, boom, 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 you ignore it, you ignore it, you ignore it. And the one time you hit that significant other back, if your significant other calls the police, you're getting arrested. The whole time you're getting handcuffed, you're telling them, hey man, my significant other has gone upside my head for the last 5 years. And yeah, we got into a little scuffle, but tonight I just got tired. It hit me, I hit her back. Well, they called the police, you didn't. So they don't want to hear all of that stuff, because they're just going to say, well, why didn't you report it? Why didn't you report it? Why didn't you report it? Well, here we are. And gone are the days of not reporting stuff, just responding. No, report, report, report. I don't care about that term snitching and no. See, that's the problem with us black people. Okay, we call it snitching. The other folks call it neighborhood watch. I'm telling you right now, YouTube knows me already. I'm a reporting mofo. I am a reporting mofo. Yes. I've reported, and my doxing lawyer has reported and gotten information on people that we are looking to serve. But, my lips to God's ears. But you need to understand that these male spaces are now under attack, and they've gotten the government involved right under our nose. And what MTR is going through, I'm telling you, I didn't know that there was a list on this website. Had no idea. But you can't ignore this, because it's going to get bigger and bigger and bigger. And it's going to get to the point where you're going to turn around and be like, yo, what happened to this channel I used to listen to? Hey, what happened to that channel I used to listen to? Hey, this channel wasn't talking about, any relationship things from this guy. Oh, no, he was just talking about, I don't know, raising cats. But that offended 14 women. And now there's some weird rule. I'm just using this as an example. Now there's some weird rule that, if 14, 15 people complain about your channel and they don't like it, and they think it's, chauvinist or, anti-cat or anti-whatever it is, they can remove you, and you're going to have to fight really hard to get your channel back. And like, when did they start doing this? Oh, well, 3 years ago, legislation and votes and all this other stuff. This is why votes are important. Because there's some politician that said this was okay. So how the hell are male spaces ended up on watch lists? How is this possible? backed by Homeland Security. So male spaces are now under the watchful eye of Homeland Security. This is the same country that got migrants running all over the place. We're on that level of threat just by arming men. Now, mind you, there are a lot of men that grew up without fathers, right? And they're functioning men, but they don't want to go out here and make mistakes. A lot of these men don't know what to do, and they turn to spaces. You have to make sure it's the right space, a safe space. Jason Black, Kevin Samuels, MTR, Legion of Men, all of the, in a bunch of other spaces that I don't really, like, I haven't been to yet. But they're trying to force these spaces out. And it's dangerous, and you can't ignore this anymore. What we should have been doing is reporting the hell out of Cynthia G. It took a white woman to show us how to get it done. So now, moving forward, if you find something offensive, I don't give a damn if it's a TikTok or if it's some women that's bashing men, and Cynthia G was out here literally wishing deletion on us. That woman had a nervous breakdown of Kanye West proportions. She should have been reported. We just never did it because we looked at her, we laughed, we didn't take her serious, although she was serious, and we would just respond to her. No one wished death on her. She did it to us. And I would listen to clips of her and be like, well, man, how is she still existing? You know why? Because that's not what we do. We ain't complaining, man. We just get up and we make a response video. Like, yeah, man, you know, did you see this crazy woman? This is my response to what the latest schmuckery that she said. And that's what we would do. And I'm telling you, those days are gone. These feminists literally got the backing of Homeland Security. They organized a site, and now there is a watch list on male spaces. Let's do this roll call real quick. Eric Jordan, my brother. Paul Carrick, my brother. Anthony, Chilltown Majors. Reef the Watcher, the Village Brother. Shogun 76. Jeff Spark. Mind of Mansa Musa. Tay Tay, what's going on? Todd Swindle. Anthony Ingram. Lamar Griffin. Frank from the Land. Mr. Shelton. Philip D. Redden. Kane the Bad Guy. The Jab Jamboree in the building. Mark Wunderlich. Salute. Young Abel's in the building. Hey, is that Sal T. Balls, man? What's good? What's good, brother? Come on now. Give it up for our homeboy Sal T. Balls. I'm honored to have you here. Let me wrench up my brother immediately. For those of you that don't know. Hold on. Ooh, wait a minute. I got to do it on my other. I'm sorry. Let me go here. Y'all might recognize this brother from the Dennis Sperling chat. Salute to our good brother, Sal T. Balls. Salute to you, good brother. Welcome to the Pep Pack. What's good? Young Abel in the building. Squeegee Kid, salute. Stormy B, man, in the building. ATL, yo, I got your call, brother. I was on the live with Stormy a minute ago. So when I'm done here, I'll give you a shout, good brother. Salute to y'all. Yes, sir. So let's get to this cook, man, because this is a problem. Now, as you know, these people, when I say these people, I'm talking about these women. I mean, Cynthia G calls us bandits. I call them bandettes. And these women came in, and you know they do what they do. They come in throwing punches, right? They complain. It's bait. I'll never forget a video I saw. There was a dude sitting they were in an apartment. Phenomenal Mexican salute. They were sitting in an apartment, and he's sitting down looking at TV. and his girlfriend is just beefing. And she's calling him all kinds of suckers or whatever. And, I don't know what he was doing. He just sitting there. And she swang on him and slapped him beside the head. Boom. And he looked at her and he jumped up out the love seat and flinched. He just flinched at her. And she fell on the floor. Boom. And then when she got up, she says, I'm calling my daddy. I'm calling my dad. Calling your daddy for what, bitch? What you calling your daddy for? He ain't touch you. He scared the shit out you. That's what you wanted, right? But what did I say? Bait, and then I'm telling. Well, what we need to do is take a page out of that play. And we need to be some telling mofos. I'm telling you right now. Because we've ignored them. And you know what's happening? Let me tell you what's happening, ladies and gentlemen. How long our brother Kevin Samuels been gone? 2.5 years now. You know what's happened since he's gone? Well, let me ask y'all a question. Has the black marriage rates gone up? Let me be more specific. Have these sisters gotten married? Because Kevin Samuels was in the way. Have they gotten married? The brother's gone now. You know what's gone up slightly? The criminal rate. Single mothers have gone up. I thought Kevin was in the way. The record sales, or whatever you call them, MP3 downloads, have gone up of these, sexy reds and all these other, trashy females. That's gone up. So what are we doing? Y'all know Dennis Sperling's, I think his first channel got demonetized. And he wasn't saying anything remotely close to what Cynthia G was saying. But Cynthia G got booted off of YouTube, not because of something that we did. We was watching her, laughing at her, and we made good content out of it. But I don't think, to my knowledge, I don't know any man that has reported her. But she's gone. You know why? It took a white woman to get that chick out of here. A white woman, y'all. And what I'm saying is, if she can do it, of course we can do it. Now, what I'm saying is, it's time for us to mobilize. We can't take this line down, because if we take a line down and just do our content, we're going to turn around. We ain't going to have no content to do. They're going to put it in some legalese. No one's going to check their YouTube studio, because they give videos on them updating policies all the time. You can't cuss until 15 minutes into your program without them messing with you. Did you know that? Jared, what up? Demon in the building. What up? Did you know that? That's real talk. Gunmetal guys, salute. So while they're telling, we need to be telling on them, because I've seen more than enough stuff on here. Let me ask y'all a question. What did Obsidian do to get removed off of YouTube? What did he do exactly? Well, you know what? Let me say this. I knew it was going to be a problem when he had Tommy Sotomayor on his platform one day. I knew it was going to be a problem. I said, I don't think he should have did that, because that puts him on the radar. And I heard there's a woman on here that has a show, and she's taking responsibility of getting him off YouTube. Obsidian he wasn't F-bombing, or he didn't do anything. PGH, what up? He didn't do anything. He just pointed out things. Was he lying about things? No. He just pointed out things. Look at that. This is ridiculous. This is ridiculous. I know YouTube and Google is a private company, but at what point do the amendments stop with us? Now, Fresh and Fit, I understood. I saw they, they Google built the case on their ass. I saw that for real. And they were feeling themselves. They were. And they snatched their monetization. They said, yeah, you could perform on here, but we ain't gonna pay you. We kicking you out the program. And they were doing some racist stuff, so I get it. But Obsidian, what really got him removed? What really had them yank the monetization from Dennis Sperling's first channel? But I need to let y'all know, it's not only these spaces. Y'all saw what they did to BFTB's first channel, right? Now he's on the other channel. And all they're doing, I ain't gonna put too much out there, but Google is making it hard for themselves because they're very inconsistent. And that's all I'm gonna say about that. And salute to my brother, Saul T. Balls. He said, all the prowess and might of principalities, and powers, kingdoms, and dominoes harnessed an all-seeing eye to watch, to stalk, and to be ever present over your greatest treasures, thine lions and holy elixirs of the brethren. Salute to you, good brother. I love what he writes in these super chats, man. It's epic, bro. So glad you're here. Salute to you, good brother. Ladies and gentlemen, that is Saul T. Balls. Salute to you, good brother. Razor, what's good? Salute. Healer, what's going on? Yeah. Loins. The nuts. So, what I'm saying is, we absolutely have to act accordingly in defense of us. We have to be in defense of us. They're doing it. They're complaining on every turn we get. They're complaining. Complain. There have been lives that I've done on all of my channels. I have 3. Where that dollar sign being yellow for like 7 to 8 days. And I'm like, what's going on? Didn't even curse on this one. They just don't like who I'm talking about. Not what I'm talking about, but who I'm talking about. Y'all know. There's some lives where I'm just like, all right, I lost it. I was F-bombing and calling people out their name. I did OD. So, all right, I'm lucky this is getting monetized. But there was some short videos. I'm like, I ain't even F-bomb. I ain't curse at all. What's going on? Why is this in yellow for 10 days? And then when it says great news, your video is available for full monetization. Well, thanks. 2,000 views was from like 6 days ago. I didn't get all my money because you had to manually review my content. And then when I questioned them, who's manually reviewing my stuff? And what's the criteria in which you're manually reviewing it? Because I see people saying things 10 times worse. And they're getting 1,000,000,001 views or whatever. What's going on there? And all of a sudden, it wasn't me. That's what someone said to me on YouTube. It wasn't me. I said, I know it wasn't you. I asked you 2 questions. What's the criteria in which you say, okay, this can be fully monetized or partially monetized? What's the criteria that you follow? Number 1. And number 2, who you're outsourcing my material to? Who's that person? Because I feel like I'm being done an injustice. I've been a loyal participant to the Google AdSense program. I haven't broken any rules. And if y'all knew what they've been doing us behind the scenes, it's blatant. And when I started asking these questions, I ain't even gonna tell y'all what happened. But let's just say it's been a wonderful month, magically. What I was going through last month and the month before that, I ain't been going through this month. Odd. Very odd. You know why? Here's my point, y'all. I've been asking questions. Sometimes that's all you got to do is ask questions. And let me tell you something. I'm not only just asking questions. I'm following through because I didn't get my answer. You can't just fix my money and say, hey, okay, we solved the problem. No. I asked you for the name. I asked you what's the criteria. You never asked my question. So I'm still on your bumper. This ain't done. My point is, we have to follow through. If people looking at this program right now, and silently making complaints because they don't like when I say, look, I would love for my sisters to be in the gym more. They don't like things like that. And they're saying, oh, flag, not interested, report. You get enough reports, you have to entertain it. Like, okay, well, what's going on here? Send it to AI. You're like, yo, why can I not monetize this video fully? I just said that my sisters need to be in better shape. So 30 fat bitches reported my thing and then flagged me for being chauvinist? Or why I gotta be chauvinist? Why I gotta be a fattest? They making up words for us now, y'all. And I'm gonna show you in a minute. Why can't it be a concerned individual about my black woman's health? You know what they're calling us now? Male supremacists. I didn't even know that was a thing until like a couple of days ago. A male supremacist. Let me Google that. You know I didn't Google that? Let me Google that. Male supremacist. Male supremacy. Male supremacy is a hateful ideology rooted in the belief of the innate superiority in cisgender men and their right to subjugate women, trans men, and non-binary people.
Oh, the teeth. That's kind of pretty before it gets started, ain't it? Oh, Froggy when he courtin', he did ride Crambo. Froggy when he courtin', he did ride Crambo.
What? Male supremacy and misogyny, mainstreaming extremism through local government. Male supremacism is a social hierarchy which places cisgendered or straight men as superior to others and justifies their social and political control. Let me skip down here. Recent legislative attacks on birth control, trans student athletes, abortion care, and drag queen story hours all stem from this ideological root. Misogyny is a driven factor in incidents of gender-based violence. I'm not reading this shit. Kenneth, what up, man? Young Hollywood, salute. Can I ask the chat a question? If you're born with testicles and a penis, what are you? Now, if you're born with two testicles and a penis, and let's say you're a Christian, are you saying that I don't know, maybe God made a mistake? Are you allowed to say that? I'm just asking. I don't know. Auntie Jenny in the building, salute. My God. Salty Boss says, wow, there's a female channel called Female Supremacy, has 12 subs. Ain't nobody gonna report that. What does her content say? I mean, is she talking about, kill us or anything like that? That's 12,000 subs? Wow. Mark Kendall, salute. So you mean to tell me all these boys that grow up and say, no, I'm not this, I'm that. You grew up in a church. I'm just asking. I don't know. So God fucked up when he made you. That's what you're telling me. Now here come channels saying, yo, look, I don't buy into that, man. I'm, whatever, man. You live your life, man, but I don't buy into that. You mean to tell me that if 104 transgenders take offense to you disagreeing with that, they can all report you to YouTube, and next thing you know, they start goofing around with your channel? This is where we're going with this. And what we need to do, right? And this is a call of arms. I don't go looking for channels that, do weird stuff like that, but it comes across my virtual table and people say, hey man, look what this person said and blah, blah, blah. I'm like, all right, I can ignore it. But once they start, first of all of these channels, they got like 5 or 6 to 10 ghost accounts. Don't get it fucked up. I'm telling y'all straight up and down, I got 3 channels: Drew Titan LLC, Painful Excellence Podcast, and Bear Cave Entertainment. That's what I have. And I don't go anywhere where I'm not comfortable. I go there and I look and I listen to the content. If I don't like it, I leave. I don't even leave a comment. Salty Ball says, one video, men are only here to serve. PSA, female supremacy training for beta males. What the hell? You see? That's a real channel. I don't go looking for stuff like that. Men are only here to serve. And she got 12,000 subs. She's getting a check from YouTube. Now, I would look at that and not take it serious. I don't think she's a threat, but you know what? She's not a threat until she is a threat. Drew, what do you mean? When that 12,000 turns to 24, turns to 32, turns to 100, that means she's going to have an assembly line of imbeciles buying into her ideology. Sprinkle, sprinkle, right? The bandits. If you're pregnant with a baby boy bandit, you need to delete the pregnancy because they're bandits, and black men don't do anything because they're bandits. Meanwhile, that bitch got pregnant by what? A bandit. Did she abort her baby boy? No, she did not. She continued the pregnancy. And nobody knew until somebody blew her spot. I don't know who blew her spot. It may have been O'Shea Duke Jackson. I don't know, but somebody blew her spot. And she had to own up. Night Train, salute. Nicholas Levy, salute. And she had to deal with that. So imagine a black woman that bought into everything she said, got pregnant out of wedlock, like she did, went and got a sonogram and said it's a boy. And she was so caught up in Cynthia G, she did what Cynthia G told her to do. And then she finds out, she has a son, and she got pregnant by what? A bandit. Now you're looking stupid, holding your stomach. Yo, did I do the right thing? No, you didn't. You're out here having unprotected sex with a dude that you're not marrying. But something happens when these women do get pregnant. You know that, right? Something triggers. They could say, oh, well, marriage is not the goal. And I don't want to be a mother. I'm all about my bag. And then when they're late and they go to the doctor and they find out they're a couple of months, some of them be like, ooh. They start thinking of things. Things change. And you're like, oh, man. Auntie Jenny said, I got banned from TikTok, but these women are allowed to talk shit. See what I mean? It's us and women that speak on men's behalf. They can't breathe. Oh, I'm sorry. Unless you're a woman twerking with a thong in your ass or some boy shorts and your cheeks hanging out, that's perfectly fine. China loves you on TikTok doing that. Oh, yeah. They love that. Let you say, yo, look, man, men have a hard time and da-da-da-da-da. They don't want that. They don't want men speaking up. Let's go to what Auntie Jenny, did you know about this? So MTR made this list. And on this list, let me show y'all something. MTR is on this list. Number 2 on this list. Some guy named Sandman. Legion of Men. I know that channel. The Rational Male. Don't know. Fresh and Fit Clips. I know about them. They're gone. Rich Cooper channels. Don't know him. But look at this, Auntie. Just Pearly Things made that list. They were coming to knock our head off anyway. So I'm going to pick up where we left off. This was the case study. Fair use.
Active. Diverting hate, misogynistic extremism, the manosphere, and mainstream social media. Let's just go down. So you'll see even down here, they have in the footer that this is in fact funded by the U.S. Department of Homeland Security.
This site is funded by the U.S. Department of Homeland Security, y'all. This is how far they've gone. They have backing of a government agency. They consider this a prevention program, okay? So this is who's backing them. So when you catch fire and you start, talking your shit, if they decide to try and cut your lights out, this is where they're gonna go. Fair use.
Well, let's just continue to go down. So you'll see here, this is, I guess, their mission statement. We exist to create a world where all people can be safe from misogyny. Now, what's interesting about this is that they're called...
Can I ask a question? What is misogyny? What is misogyny? Better question, because we know what misogyny is. What's the opposite of misogyny? Anybody? Because we live in an era where we can't lead. As a man, we can't lead. We can't tell a woman what to do. We can't do anything. So what is the opposite of misogyny? The opposite. What is the opposite of misogyny? What's the opposite? Curious. What is the opposite of misogyny? Misandry. Do men run into these female places, in these female spaces, screaming and hollering in the chats, arguing with these women? I'm asking because I don't know. I know I've never gone to Cynthia G's channel and scream and holler with screaming women in the chat. I don't do that. For what? A couple of times women came to my chat to start with me. I'm like, what are you doing here? If you don't fuck with me, leave. Remember that? Even on Instagram, I'll make a comment on a ridiculous video and here come 30 women. Oh, I bet you're this. I bet you're that. Bitch, I bet you I'm married. Bitch, I bet you've been with my wife 24 years. Bitch, I bet you I don't have no kids out of wedlock. I bet you I have a full-time job. I bet you I make 6 figures a year. It's blood money and I work hard. Here's what I know about you. You're in competition with your mama, or your mama's in competition with you. You probably had a kid out of wedlock, and you're nowhere near marriage, and you're going to mystify that whole process by saying, hey, marriage is not my goal. And also bet you're at least 20 pounds overweight. And I bet if I ask what you do for a living, you're going to tell me you're an entrepreneur. I bet you that much. You should hear the responses, because somewhere in there, I said something truth. You either do hair or you're an influencer. Where am I wrong? Just tell me where I'm wrong. And you like to travel, right? And I love your back, Tay-Tay. You see, I have options. That's what happens when you're a nice man. Fair use, y'all.
All diverting hate, but they only focus on one side of the coin. They don't focus on misandry. Their focus is purely on men. And I wonder why that is. I wonder how many different organizations up under the Department of Homeland Security are focused or funding organizations that try to dissemble misandry. It's funny how that happens, and no wonder you get the rise of content creators such as Sprinkle, which teaches women how to commit prenup fraud on men that want to marry them.
When you talk about the loopholes of prenups, can you maybe give a broad example? Yes. Be on drugs or alcohol when you sign. Smart. And have a prescription for whatever drugs you're on, not illegal drugs, but prescription drugs that alter your alter the way that you make decisions, and that way you can pull that up if you want your prenup null and void.
Or you get other women whose names shall not be named that tell you to abort male fetuses for being male. Some of the most sickest, deplorable shit that they're allowed to maintain with on their platforms. But I ask you, whatever on my platform has ever promoted the hate for women?
Did y'all hear that? Did y'all hear that? She just gave some idiot free game. She told her to get some prescription drugs that could affect her decision making to get out of a prenup. Did you hear that? MTR has never said anything remotely close to that. Let me tell you what this list is about. What MTR is he's a successful black man who's educated. He's left corporate America, and what he does here on YouTube and wherever else he's on is netting him a strong 6 figures. Strong. And this is how he's making his living. And he's not hurting anybody. He's not degrading females. What he's doing is he's watching what they're doing, and he's showing men how to defend against women like Shira 7, women like Cynthia G. But somehow he made some list, and they have the numbers and how many subs he has, how often his subs grow. They're looking to snatch his channel, ladies and gentlemen. And what we have to do, whether you're male or female, if you agree with things that he says, things that I say, things that Legion of Men say, everyone, no one's saying, look, this is the oldest thing that you've ever heard. You can be pro-black without being anti-everything else. I'm pro-black, but I'm rougher on my people. If you follow my boxing channel, you know what I'm talking about. Hell, if you follow me here, you know what I'm talking about. It's possible to be pro-black and not be anti-everything else. That's possible. You can be pro-man, but that doesn't mean you hate women. So how is this brother misogynistic? How's this possible? But you know what happens? If it goes unchecked, that to them means an admission of guilt. And if he's on this list, we need to mobilize and ask this site and Homeland Security, number one, how are you backing this? Have you reviewed the information? Because I'm telling you right now, pencil pushers, and a lot of these people, all of this is a vote. Okay, what can I do to get into the seat next year? And then here comes a bunch of screaming women with wild hair and dark-skinned chicks with all kinds of funny colored hair. We want you to look at these YouTube channels. Heads going just like this. Look at they're misogynistic. You think that congressman actually sat back and watched MTR? They heard of the legend of Kevin Samuels, and who they hear it from? These screaming ass fat bitches. And yes, I mean that. Whom can't take, Rod, what up? Who can't take constructive criticism. They never wrong. They don't do anything wrong. But how could you tell me you hate Kevin Samuels, but you love Cynthia G? It doesn't make sense. But guess what? We don't complain about their material. We listen to it, we laugh at it, and we rival it with the facts, data, and statistics. But you know what they're doing? When they lose that argument, they're running the local councilman. All of this is a fucking vote. Now, if we get together and go to Homeland Security and we're like, yo, you backing this stuff? Why is there a list of these people? Who's watching them and why are you watching them? What MTR's getting accused of, y'all do know he's not doing, right? Go through his material and find the violation. You're accusing him of being a misogynistic fool. That's what you're accusing him of, right? Go through the material. Go through it. Exactly, Auntie Jenny. All these boss chicks that are entrepreneurs that do hair and do nails or whatever, I'm telling you, 40's right around the corner. And not all of y'all are Angela Bassett. Now, I'll say it again. Not all of you are Angela Bassett. You're good genetics. I'm telling you, what a lot of y'all sisters need to do is take a look at your grandmother. Look at your mother. Let me tell you something. I knew some fine chicks in the 90s when I was in my early 20s. I know one young lady in particular, and I'm not talking bad about her. I'm just going to tell you something. When we met, she looked like, you know the singer Deborah Cox? The singer. I'm not joking. How did you get here? Remember her? She looked just like her. Today, she's built like her mother, a little butterball. She's still cute in the face, but she's a little butterball and don't have no kids or nothing. Genetics caught, now she look like her mother. But back in the 90s, she had to literally beat dudes off of her with a stick. And she was super picky, and you know, now everybody's in their 40s. She a little younger than me, and she ain't got no kids, and she look like her mother now. And I'm like, ooh. And the man that she introduced me to as her boyfriend, I'm telling you, she would have been caught walking across the street with that dude back in 97. Snoop, what up? She would have been caught walking across the street with that guy. And I said, wow. And I knew that. But this is where she's at right now. Young Hollywood, salute. This is where she's at now. And when the brothers point that out, because women obviously today don't know what men want, and when men get on here and start telling what we want and what we require in a woman, we can't have that. And it's like, we can't have that. We can't have a meal when we come home. What? I gotta what? I gotta give you half my check? What? What you mean you don't cook? What you mean you use sex as a weapon? I can't get it when I want? What? You ration it out. What are you talking about? You know that's a part of your duties as a wife, right? Yeah, duty. And it becomes it's a fight before you even have dinner. It's a fight. And then listen, you don't like men. Men ain't shit. But then you get mad when these niggas say, hey man, let me get my passport. Let me explore my options. And then you shame those dudes that you ain't want anyway. Please make this make sense. Stop. It doesn't. And what happens was when these brothers start saying, yo, man, let's get some passports. Yo, man, let's just talk about what's going on. They invade our spaces, don't like the conversation, start arguing in the chats, and then the Cynthia G's and Shira Sevens pop up. We don't complain. We just act. Passport bros, everything else, red pill, whatever you want to call it. I'm not a part of any of that, but I'm saying I've watched this thing. And now the latest thing that they're doing is they've gone to the government and started a website to watch our spaces. This guy, MTR, he's a threat? How? Now, one time did he say, delete a pregnancy? This is how you trick a chick? He's never said anything remotely close to that. But he's on some sort of Homeland Security watch list on this website. Male supremacists? My God, what the fuck do they want us not to do? Salute to Iron Waffles in that super chat. Much love and appreciation, man. Thank you. What Auntie Jenny said? She said, I used to be in a dance group with a hottie my man admired. I recently met her and we took videos together. I proudly showed my man. He accused me of giving him nightmares. Whoa. She was massive like her mom. Oh, shoot. Oh, shoot. That's crazy. Brooklyn C, salute. Oh, man. She said, I was shocked when Pearl told me she was on the list. Hey, man. I want to see where this goes. Male supremacists? This is crazy. Fair use.
Go back through my catalog and in fact, look down in my comment section right now, the people in there that cannot believe that I was put number 2 of 10. But anyway, let me just get back down into the case study. So anyway, the first thing that I wanted to touch on was the executive summary of this report. And I'll go over this, the purpose of the report. This report serves as a crucial examination of the multifaceted challenges arising from the manosphere's influence on online platforms.
What?
Now, I find it interesting that they call out the manosphere, something that I said that I am not a part of 3+ years ago. But the problem is that if you have a majority male audience and you talk about the dating struggles today, identifying behavior or toxicity issues with the modern women of today, while at the same time promoting self-development to the people that watch you, they just place you in here. But I mean, content piece.
You know, I've heard men go out on dates, and when they get into these conversations with women, and they just start saying what I deem as normal things. You know how many of these dudes have told me, yo, they starts talking about, one dude didn't even know because he's not on social media at all. He just looks at videos on YouTube. He don't even have like a YouTube account. He just goes on and just watches old music videos and stuff. He don't fuck with social media. But he said shorty kept saying that, oh my God, you sound like the manosphere. And he's like, what is that, like a gang? That's what he asked me. When he was just talking, I said, no, bro, it's not. And I had to explain to him. He didn't know nothing about no Kevin Samuels. He don't know about that shit. He hates his smartphone. He said I'd rather have a flip phone. They made me buy this, but you know, I could just check my emails, and that's so he checks his email, watches YouTube. He don't have a YouTube account. He calls his kids and checks his email and watches YouTube videos. That's it. He don't even have he doesn't log into YouTube to do anything. And I said, you have a Gmail, you know you have a YouTube account, right? He said, I don't use that shit. I don't want to be seen. I went out on a damn date and she asked me, what am I looking for in a woman? And he's old school. He's a little older than me. His wife passed like 15 years ago. So, Anthony, what up? So he says, I you know, my wife, he talked about what his wife used to do. She stayed home. She used to cook. She used to clean. And, you know, his kids are grown and out the house. And he says, look, I'm about to retire. I don't need much, you know, but, you know, I just, you know, I'm about to retire. You know, I like to be pampered a little something, but, you know, I pamper my lady. And he said, then, you know, she started giving me these bugged out scenarios. Well, what if I want to go out with the girls and I come home at 3 a.m? He was like, you're grown. But what if I do it 3 nights in a row? He's like, well, 3 nights in a row is a little extreme. He said, you know, is that something that is respectful to your man? You know, what? Then it went on to, oh, well, what do you mean? What do you mean respect? What he just said. Is that respectful to your man? Going out 3 nights in a row, coming home 3 a.m.? Is that respectful? That's all he asked. And it escalated from there. And then he said, yeah, then she accused me of being in some gang called the Manosphere. What woman wants to go out and hang out 3 nights in a row and come home at 3 a.m? Why would you ask him that? I said, well, bro, what did you do? He said, well, I paid for the meal and I ain't calling no more. I said, well, it's been fun. And I was very clear. It's been fun, but this isn't going to work, But, the meal was great that he paid for. He said the meal was great. So, enjoy. Don't you know this bitch called him 4 times after that? Talking about she wants to go hang out? No. He's looking for a love connection. She was looking for what? A free meal. And I said, bro, how much she weigh? He said, more than me.
Whoa! What the That's kind of pretty before it gets started, ain't it?
What?
See what I mean? See? And Auntie Jenny, I know you saying you're slowly retreating from social media. I hear you. But I'm already in this thing. And I can't, I feel, if I could walk away from this thing and be like, you know what, I'm done. Y'all know boxing got me upset. Boxing has me upset. And don't miss the show tomorrow morning. Because, we got the deposition on Mr. Garcia. And it's about to be a wrap for this dude, like I said. What did Deontay Wilder say? That Bible passage? You have to pay back what you stole tenfold or 7 times over. Y'all know the passage. It's coming. Trust me. But anyway, yeah. I feel that I have a duty now that I'm here. And I have a responsibility. I have responsibility to my audience. I have responsibility to my fellow brothers and sisters that understand this struggle. I don't know MTR. I doubt that he knows who I am. But this is serious, man. And what can happen to him, because he's a big channel. Don't think it won't happen to the smaller guys like us. And he's a man, goddammit. Did you know that somebody reported him and he lost a sponsor? Did y'all know that? This was like about 2 years ago. I was watching his video one day and some chick reported him on some bullshit and he lost a sponsor behind that. So this is what these women do. Because he's teaching men how to arm themselves. He falls under some sort of terrorist watch list and is labeled a male supremacist. Why? Because he's telling guys that don't know any better, watch out for Shira 7. She's teaching bitches how to get on medication. So if they go to court on a prenup, they could say that they weren't in their right frame of mind. She literally said that. How many men reported that? Now watch this. How many men could walk into a precinct and say, hey man, this swollen eye was from my girlfriend or my wife, and not get laughed at? Well, nowadays, at least in New York, they take all of that serious. Because these bitches, listen, I had Kofa on last show. Did y'all remember what he said about the women walking around in my city? He was in Harlem. All of those chicks was linebackers, but their hair was done. See, I'm not making it up. Told you. Yeah, you met MTR, Auntie Jane. I know he came out to the UK. I remember before all of that stuff happened. Yeah. So that part. He said there was a bunch of linebackers out here. I said, told you, bro. I told you. There it is. Not making it up. That's what he said. I live here. I know that. Jeez. So when he shares this information, he's a male supremacist. They don't want us saying anything. They've invaded our personal spaces. Remember when we had to go to barbershops to have guy talk, bars to have guy talk? strip clubs that have guy talk, all those spaces I just named, you can find women, straight women, in a strip club. You heard what I said. You heard what I said. You can go to a strip club and there'll be a group of straight chicks in there eating the hot wings, just watching everything. I remember like a decade ago or so, when the first time I saw that, I was with some friends and I'm looking, I'm like, are they gay? I was like, they ain't gay. I'm like, what the fuck are they doing? They were just eating the food. And I'm like, yo, hey, wait a minute. Why are they here? And I just saw them watching how men act. Because prior to that, straight women didn't go to those clubs. And they had a preconceived notion about what happened in those clubs. When your husband said, hey, man, we're going to the strip club, automatically they thought that they were going there to have sex. And the last thing that goes on in a well-established strip club is that. That's the last thing that's going on. Trust me. A lot of those girls are they're single mothers, they're stripping for bread, they're college students paying for books. And they had, believe it or not, a lot of them had standards. And they don't want no fat Uncle Fester looking dude, to bang. Usually the chicks that are working like that, you know what they're doing? They're letting you know, they're writing their number down on the bill and be like, meet me at 3 a.m., 4 a.m. after the club. And it's usually the worst looking chick in there. She like 49 years old. She got scars and stitches. Trust me. I've worked in them and I've been to them leisurely. And you're looking at it like, oh man. And now they're going in there and just watching. They're just watching. There goes that male space. Y'all still have the barbershop, International Quiet Storm in the building. Salute. You still have the barbershop, I guess, right? Soon they're gonna just come in and just start sitting down. What y'all talking about? Basketball court, they come in there and sit down now. What y'all doing? What y'all talking about? We have no space. So, Amina, salute, sis. So, if we have no male spaces, what do we have? We have nowhere to talk amongst ourselves. Now, I thought under social media, we still have some rights. So we can't come in here and just voice our opinions and gripes, because some of these sisters just come here to argue. They come to our spaces just to argue, and it's like, what are you doing? First of all, what the fuck are you doing here? Second of all, that's why your ass is single now. You don't listen and you argue all the goddamn time. I've stumbled upon female channels and I just social experiment. Let me just go and listen to what they're talking about. And I've gone to these spaces and you ever heard of hen house? A real one? How many of y'all from the country? You ever heard a hen house? Men, little dick energy, fuck Kevin Samuels. Goodbye. Remember the old AOL? Goodbye. Yeah. I don't say nothing. What am I going to go in there and argue with 7 chicks that are angry? Okay. Goodbye. For what? For what? For what? For what? Goodbye. I'm out. What problems are you solving? We all know your goddamn gripes. You're not changing, but you go over to a male's page to argue with them, to report them, to start a website. And the only reason why this shit started, I'm telling you, I want to track how this site got started, who started it, and who they speak to get the backing of Homeland Security. And I bet you it's a politician. It has to be. It absolutely has to be. And we need to put this on blast. We need to make somebody who's in charge of this site explain it. You need somebody from Homeland Security who accepted this, to back this, to explain why you're backing it. Okay, misogyny is bad, but so is misandry. Now, how do all of those channels fall under this hierarchy? How? How does it, what's going on? And MTR's number 2, all that means, you know what this means, y'all? All that means that him telling the truth is netting him the most dividends. That's it. That's it. He's making the most money by telling the absolute truth, and he's not even belligerent. Thank you, Phenomenal Mexican. The Ku Klux Klan is not on that list, and you can find a whole bunch of racist shit. Does the Homeland Security, do they have a site talking about racist shit being said on YouTube? Is there a list for that? All of these things that these women could be talking about. Kill racism. Right? Get rid of the racist stuff. Get rid of the anti-Semitism. Get rid of it. Y'all have a list, and this has nothing to do with him being the worst of the worst. He makes the most money. I'm telling you, that's what it is. Fair use.
After content piece, because truthfully, and I've said this, that it is hard for me to be a part of something where I cannot control the brand, whether it's Manosphere, whether it's Red Pill, but I've said for years now that this content comes from me. Now, is there some RP influence? I would agree with that, but let's move on. Its purpose is to provide actionable insights, foster ethical practices, and propose effective interventions to address the propagation of misogynistic narratives and extremist viewpoints. Pay attention. By presenting a comprehensive, is not comprehensive, let me tell you, analysis, the report aims to equip practitioners, men's community, and well-being organizations, policymakers, and VLOPs with the knowledge needed to counteract the destructive effects of normalized violence within the manosphere. Really?
Oh my God. They think it's all violence. Tom, what up? They think this, what the fuck? Can I ask y'all a question? Because I don't know everything. So we can Google the co-founder of that site. Quiet Storm, help me out. Put in her name. And I bet you she has a short haircut. Could be wrong. Does she have a short haircut that's dyed? So they think that the manosphere is making men violent? Has anybody from the manosphere been arrested and tried and convicted for committing violence in the name of something that they've learned anywhere in this manosphere? Anywhere? I know that Cynthia G literally told women to abort black baby boys. She literally said that. That's violence. That's fucking genocide. Auntie Jenny says, is that verbal violence? I don't know. Is there a news article somewhere? Oh, somebody committed a murder and all he was doing was reciting something that Kevin Samuels said or Dennis Sperling said. Has that happened? Caitlin Tierney and Astrid Askenberger, they both have articles of their organization posted in LinkedIn. All right, let's look for these women. Copy. Images. Wait a minute. Of course. Are they standing with the FBI? Okay, we got two white women. One is overweight, blonde haired. What the fuck? Wait a minute. Caitlin Tierney, co-founder and CEO of Diverting Hate, LinkedIn. Man, get the fuck out of here. I ain't signing up. The fuck? Lord have mercy. Okay, it's a blonde haired chick. What's her contact info? I want me to sign in. And Astrid Askenberger. This is the heavyset woman. She's from Florida, y'all. Oh, God. All right. With a bachelor's degree in human rights and master's degree in non-proliferation and terrorism studies, I am now spending my time fighting misogyny online and diverting hate. I am passionate about understanding gender-based terrorism and how it's connected to white supremacy and male supremacy. People often describe me as focused, analytical, and determined. Nobody describes you overweight. That's a problem. I am always eager. Yeah, I'm pissed. I'm firing petty shots. So what? I am always eager to learn new things. And my motto is that one can never have too much knowledge. Let me go back to Caitlin. What does it say about her? What does she say about herself? Nothing. Did y'all hear what I just read? Did y'all hear that? Y'all heard that? Let me go back. I want to make sure. Let me go back to Asteroid. She's built like an asteroid. Asteroid Askenberger. I am passionate about understanding gender-based terrorism and how it is connected to white supremacy and male supremacy. So gender-based terrorism is connected to white supremacy and male supremacy. And then she says fighting misogyny before that. You know what, guys? We're in fucking trouble. If we don't challenge this shit, this is how it starts. Because right now, this is under the radar. There's not enough people talking about this. And what they're accusing MTR of, he didn't do at all. But he's made this list. And the only reason why he's made the list is not because of anything he said or done. It's because his channel is popping. That's it. Thank you, Auntie. It's Jamel, what up? Now it's terrorism? Men discussing their gripes and coming up with non-violent solutions is terrorism? Men getting into personal space and saying, yo, look, man, this ain't working out. I'm dating a bunch of American women and there's something going on. What's going on is they don't want to be wives. They want me to spend money on them and run the streets. Where's my passport? I'm going to go to Barbados. I'm going to go to St. Croix. I'm going to go to Jamaica. I'm going to go to Africa. I'm going to go to well, I don't think they go to the UK. I hear they got the same shit going on over there. But I'm going to travel and find something else. I want to explore my options. That's terrorism? What? Where's my fucking... What? When did that become terrorism? Hey, man. Thank you, Auntie. Who's died? Did these men kill anybody? The only thing happening is that these chicks' foodie calls are no longer accessible. And you shame them on the way out. You disrespect them here, you shame them on the way out, and when they come back or if they stay in that country and get married, or even if they bring the wife back, y'all talk reckless about these foreign women. Y'all fucked up messing with those Filipinas, didn't you? Yeah. They clap back. Wash your meow meow. Why y'all so fat? That type of shit. Y'all talking about us being dirty and poor with dirt floors, but why y'all got hair like ours that y'all paid for? Terrorism. She says terrorism. I'll read it again. I am now spending my time fighting misogyny online at Diverting Hate. I am passionate about understanding gender-based terrorism and how it is connected to white supremacy and male supremacy. Do y'all understand how dangerous this shit is? They're trying to take this he's made a living on helping men. And women that have a good sense of self, and they're saying, okay, look, I've been fucking up this whole time, because it's possible that women have been growing up listening to their mother, and their mother ain't got good sense. So it's possible when they need a male role model, they need some male advice, they can come to the quote-unquote manosphere or MTR and say, you know, look, I've been behaving like the women he's telling men to avoid. I need to switch it up. Remember what I said? Kevin Samuels had a mixer group and people were getting married. Can any of these women, Shira 7, Cynthia G, can any of these women provide results? Followed your advice, met my mate, happily married. Child on the way. Family being built. So what's going on? Tom Etheridge in that super chat, much love. He said, this is nothing a decent attorney can't handle. Exactly. And we need to get on our job. This is the part where we got to protect the brother. I don't know the brother, never met him. But if they're doing this to him, and he has a huge channel, and I'm telling you, this is what he does for a living. And I've seen his subscription. I see the views he gets. I'm not going to even tell you what I can. Listen, I tell y'all all the time, I know Blue Blood is very successful. I'll say that. I believe his audience, although he doesn't talk sports, his audience is a little bigger than Blue Blood's. And I knew what Blue Blood made at one point in a month, and he's tripled that since then. MTR will upload a video, and you'll be like the third person there, and it'll be like a 10-minute video, and then when you click refresh, it got like 14,000 views. So I'm gonna assume a bad month for him is like $70,000, and I'm just assuming. Could be wrong. The reason why he's number 2 on the damn list is because he's generating the most revenue. What they want to do is take him making a living off of giving advice to men. That's why they label him misogynistic. They want it in male supremacy. Misogynistic in this world of male supremacy. And how do? You sock it to his pockets. They're doing it to Legion of Men. They got Pearly out of there. Now, she fucked up. She had some racists on there, didn't check them. Okay, fine. You know, Fresh and Fit did the same thing. They walked that line. They played the race card. They got them out of there. But MTR has not violated any community standards on YouTube. He has not. But, you know, when you have people in the tidal wave coming for this man with Homeland Security backing a website, they might not stop his money, but they'll slow it up. Now, who's under attack? Men or the women? Name one thing that's threatening, because the only thing he's threatening here are the bitches that ain't worth a goddamn. You know, I wish I can go to another universe where all men just say, you know what, fuck y'all. Every man is going to pick a continent. And really, listen, women are welcome, but we want, if y'all really don't need us, pick a continent and y'all go. Y'all can just go. Go pick a continent and go. The all-women continent. Y'all have your own highways, your own cars, your own infrastructure. Y'all do it yourself, man. We'll you know what? Pick a continent, stay there, and there could be highways or whatever the fuck. You maintain it yourself. You need your own police force, your own sanitation, your own construction. Man, that continent will tip over in a month. In 1 month. They'd be dead. And we give them, take all your goddamn scientists, whatever, you know what they'll do? They'll start test tubing men, and they will raise men as slaves. They'll be brainless. Your job is to clean up garbage. Your job is to build shit. They'll be mindless slaves. But you know what'll happen? Enough of the motherfuckers will get together, and once there's a good 500 of them, you're gonna fuck them up. But whatever. And the men and the rational thinking women that understand what'll happen, those chicks will be like, you think I want to stay on an entire continent with a bunch of women? You know what's going to happen over there? Okay, you left us with a bunch of buildings and great highways and running water, but we need to go get our own oil. Yeah, there's an oil, there's an oil tanker about 50 miles off the coast. It's yours. That's where you get your oil. Who's going to run that? Have you seen the work to be done on that oil tanker? Women can't do that. But y'all go ahead and do it. Sisters are doing it for themselves. Go ahead and do it. I want all the women that don't want to fuck with no dudes, all the bitches that on some, I want to be in the forest with a goddamn bear than a fucking human. Cool. Go. Need to put all those chicks on one continent with a working city, nice and clean. Leave it nice and clean with running water, nice highways. All they have to do is maintain it. They'll be dead in 3 months. 3 months. And I'm being nice. Because what needs to be done, they just simply biologically cannot do. Some things they can, most they cannot. Who's going to clean those windows on those high rises? Who's going to work on that oil tanker? Some of these sisters can't even change a flat tire. They're not strong enough. I'm being serious. Please. What's going to be their chief export? Please, man. I'm going to get stock in the roast, though. Because there are going to be a lot of those for sale going over there. I'll tell you about it. International Quiet Storm in that super chat salute. He said, I'll give you a little forecast, Drew. I went down to MTR paragraph and retyped it into an AI detector program I use. The words in that paragraph came back at 76%. It was generated by AI. Really? This AI shit is dangerous, man. And I wanted you to know this. We're now being looked at as terrorists. Really, Auntie? You got warnings on the gram. Now they refuse to allow you to monetize? What warnings? What did you do? What could you possibly have done? Yo, this AI is being ran. Cop Killer, what up? This AI is being ran by women. So now this website is backed by Homeland Security, by 2 white women, and they're looking at this black man, labeling him a male supremacist, which is basically terrorism, according to Asteroid Askenberger. Y'all see how dangerous this is? So these two, watch this, and she talked to, and she tried to, oh man, she says, passionate about understanding gender-based terrorism and how it's connected to white supremacy and male supremacy. White supremacy is a form of racism. Y'all understand what's happening here? Now she's trying to say, number 2 on this list, a black man, a black American man, is doing white supremacy's work. Are y'all paying attention? This is false. And we gotta stand for it. We need to start asking questions. We need to start writing letters. Men and women that agree with what we're questioning, we need to get busy. Because I'm gonna be really pissed off if I go to his channel and it's gone. I'm gonna be real pissed off. Because who's next? I'm surprised Dennis Sperling ain't make the list. They want us all up here blowing them. You know, you's a queen, regardless. You are a god, not a goddess. You are God. They want us on here with arched eyebrows, full beards, and talking real slick. You know what I mean? Because you're the queen, mother goddess. You give birth to the earth, my sister queen, while pulling on your goddamn nipple rings. Man, get out of here, man. Is this lawsuit worthy? I don't know. We gotta, I don't know, bro. I would love to, you know what? I'm gonna email him to y'all because this can't stand, bro. This can't stand. They can't do this, man. Now watch this. If they can we? We have more than enough ammunition. Shira 7 is still functioning. We could look at this wild animal. What's her name? Cynthia G. I know she's not on no more. We could say, oh, look, the only reason why she's off is because a white woman got her ass off of here. Other than that, we wasn't saying anything. And YouTube was just letting her collect checks. When these chicks got tired of Tommy Sotomayor, he was gone. When they got tired of Obsidian, he was gone. They got tired of Fresh and Fit, he was gone. They got tired of Just Pearly Things, she was gone. And although I didn't agree with a couple of names I mentioned, or I didn't agree with everything that they did, I do notice that they spoke up on behalf of men. And it wasn't any better or worse than what these women do, speaking up themselves. And then at the same time, these women are they're training women to viciously assault us financially and trick us out of money. Trick. And why are they mad at us? Because some brothers say, man, get your passports. Don't deal with this. Get your passports. Celebrating Kevin Samuel's death, celebrating the brothers that went to Colombia and got killed. Nothing's perfect. Did we celebrate the black women that went to Africa? One of those chicks got beheaded, I heard. I didn't make a video about that. I'm like, oh, I'm not touching that. I heard one of those chicks got beheaded, and dude she was with, I think he's living on her property now. Something crazy. I don't know the whole story. I said, ooh, man, that's fucked up. Passport chicks, mad at us for pointing out that. But then when these chicks started getting video doing that Jamaica raft, we was like, whoa, whoa, whoa. Huh? But we're the problem? So what's a female supremacist? Jamel in that super chat, he said, funny, 2 white women attacking a black man, accusing him of white supremacy. This is what I'm saying, y'all. Then again, that's how feminist movement began. Exactly. See, y'all are thinking. Y'all gotta really, you know what? We attack the snake at the head because it's these 2 chicks. You attack them at the head, and ask them to explain this, there's nothing that they're saying that they're against that MTR has done. Nothing. This is fucking defamation. Now, I can't speak for the other channels that are on here, but I know MTR and Legion of Men. Those are the two channels. And although they say Just Pearly Things was a hack, fine. But when she did speak up, I say I agree with that. Although it was a lot of Kevin Samuels shit. But they got her out because of that. I'm sorry, she made the list because of that. I know why they got her out. There was a situation that I heard. She said something and asked a woman a question on the street, and it turns out the woman was an underage girl. And that was the straw that broke the camel's back, from what I heard. I don't know the woman. I don't know whatever. But they demonetized her and kicked off. Fine. And then the racist thing, which MTR had to back up off of her. But she had that white supremacist in there. It's like, what the fuck? Auntie Jenny was there for that. Well, she around that situation. You know what I mean? So, so when it wasn't necessarily that they got off of YouTube, but like her protecting men. It wasn't that. Oh yeah, Philip D. They celebrated Kobe Bryant's death. This is open shit. So can we say, let me see, female supremacist. Let me see if that's a term. Female supremacist. Female supremacy. Let's see. Female supremacy. You find something in writing. Okay, I can't read that. My eyes ain't as good as it used to be. All right. This is it's, all right, this is just opinions. I'm looking for a the fuck? Why is it easier to find male supremacy than it is female supremacy? I'm looking, there's fantasy books on. Oh, come on, bro. You see? I'm not dealing with this shit, man. This is stupid. Well, I guess you get the point. I ain't gotta, go to MTR's channel and you'll see it. But this is an attack, and we got to push back on this. And sometimes pushing back, I don't care how many degrees that these women have, you will never word salad me. You'll never do it. Those degrees don't mean shit. They don't mean shit to me. We're talking common sense. My only question to these Asteroid, Askenberger, and the other woman is, how does MTR fit the criteria under male supremacy? Please refer me to a video where he falls under that title. Because all you know is that he pops up. When you put Manosphere or whatever, he can't help him popping up in the algorithm. And he was good friends with Kevin Samuels. That's all you know. So who's a male supremacist? Hold on. Damn, she sent this. Why didn't they form an alliance to stop twerking on social media? Because it puts women in a bad light. Or do they find that liberating? What if men got together and say, you know what, enough's enough. Y'all twerking too much every time I turn around. My fucking son got a cell phone. He's 13. He's jacking off at 100 miles an hour. He's always in the goddamn bathroom. His forearms are getting bigger than Popeyes. His palms are smooth. His baby oil missing all over the goddamn place. And it's you bitches' fault. What happened to women being objectified? Come on. Where's the anti-twerking movement? But I'm sorry, if men stand in the pocket for an anti-twerking movement, what are they gonna call us? Gay? Because we're supposed to like seeing naked bitches. Let me explain something to you. I'm not dead, you know. I'm a man. I like, naked women, But, when you get a little older, though, and you mature, sometimes enough's enough. I'm on Instagram, and I'm just, I follow it. My Instagram's private. I follow, people. I let certain people follow me. I got about 1,300 followers or something like that. I don't know. Maybe 11. I don't know. I don't remember. Maybe I forget how many followers I got on. I'll tell you right now. I have. See, I don't even follow Lizzo. Why the fuck is she popping up? All right. I got 1,351 followers. Scroll down, Lizzo's making her butt clap. I don't follow her. I stopped following her because that's what she does. They work for administration that employs this shit. Of course, bro. Of course, Paul. Of course, Paul. Hey, why don't they protect the children that these women parade online? Hey, listen. See? Quiet Storm says, keep in mind, chat, that $700,000 of your taxpayer money is helping fund this nonprofit right AI-generated, poorly researched and FEMSL-backed articles to silence and financially destroy black men. Exactly. AI went in there. That's what I'm saying. All they did was the AI. Look, MTR is number one on the list because he's the most financially fit. Go look at his sub count and look at everyone else's. His name rings bells. And now a word from our sponsors.
Yeah. Zooming through the skies to infinity and beyond, no idea where I'm finna be. Can only hold out for hope of safe landings, but it's in, I'm gonna take what I'm handed. They gawking up at the sky like, it's a bird, it's a plane, oh my god, it's a being up this high, it was always the plan. At the end of the day, it's just me and my gang. It's just me and my gang. At the end of the day, it's just me and my gang. Several syllabic sonics written about the subject. Supersonic speed, the way people get on it. Sick of infinitesimal problems, slipping through cracks in my conscience. If this beat was a prison, then I'm a convict. I leave the tracks.
Be there, be square. LDBC meetup. Get your tickets. Shit. One second, y'all. I'm gonna go ahead and put it in the chat. There we go. There we go. Get your tickets now. Go to Eventbrite. I'm gonna pin this here. There we go. That's how you do it. Mark Wunderlich, salute, good brother. Always a pleasure to see you. Ladies and gentlemen, this is a full-blown attack on black men, whether you realize it or not. And you already know King Corleone in the building. Quiet Storm says, but let's keep quiet about the 20+ million baby deletions since 1973. Also, they champion talking points to delete black men's babies and call them black men bullet bags. But it's okay, ladies. Your silence is duly noted. See what I mean? We're bullet bags, remember that? Now the bandits and bullet bags down and delete the pregnancy and the bandits. Bitch! Delete your son and kill yourself for getting pregnant by a goddamn Pookie. That nigga had like 4 baby mamas and you knew that. And you want all these other sisters to delete their pregnancies. Maybe they want to be like you for real. You're popular. You make money. She was making at least, I heard, like about $15,000 a month, maybe. Spewing hatred. You telling women to delete their pregnancies and you keeping yours. Single mother from a Pookie who had like 3 different baby fathers. That's what you're doing? If you don't fucking shut up. I'm so sick of these, man. If you're gonna follow me on the gram, let me know so I can let you in. Kenneth, that's you? All right. Who's Fern _933? Who's that? Cause I gotta, bro, I got some stalkers. My DMs be funny as hell. Be like, yo, a grown man say, yo, you should do a live with your shirt off. I'm like, what? Nah, I want to check your pectoral lines and your ass. What the fuck is wrong with you? Get away from me. Let me go to Homeland Security and report you. Jeez Louise. Anyway. Dudes is weird out here. Anyway, this is war, y'all. We have the power of the pen. The thing is, these women are using it. We need to don't take this line down. And the move is not responding to them directly. Don't do that anymore. Acknowledge what they're saying. Voice your opinion in a roundabout way. You ain't got to say their names. Don't be belligerent. Watch them and do the opposite. Still, still say what you say. Stand on your square. And what we have to do is mobilize on their ass. If they've done this, we can do the same thing. We can do the same thing. Y'all need to hit up MTR on his email. Let him know that we got his support. We're going to support him. And if we have to do a petition first, if we have to reach out to a council person, we need to find out what did they do to knock on that door. And we need to knock on the same door, because I'm telling you what they're doing. I bet you there's men in that position that rival them. And if we bring it to their attention to say, look what they're doing, man. They can't justify any of this other than using AI. When you back AI into a corner and they can't say anything, you have to talk to somebody human. This is an easy fix, but you have to be ready to fight. And that's where the problem is. A lot of niggas ain't ready to fight. They'll just close the door. But it is what it is, man. But salute to y'all. Salute to everybody in the Venmo, the Zelda, Cash App, the Super Chat. Much love and appreciation to all of you. Y'all make sure that this machine is running properly. You know what I mean? If you're going to be in ATL Saturday, August 10th, come to the LDBC reunion, Lions Den boxing community or Lions Den broadcast community. Like I said, you don't know who's going to show up. Could be Deontay, could be Bill and Dev. Y'all know Tate Jones live in ATL, so you don't know who's going to be there. You know what I mean? So it is what it is. We connected. Love y'all, and I'll be back Wednesday to keep the machine rolling and stand in the pocket. So salute to y'all, man. Y'all take it gently. Peace.